Good morning. It's been a while. So I have a lot of stuff to talk about. First thing, just going to come clean. I am not a good friend if you're sick. Don't ask me why. I'm a good friend on a lot of levels. I'm generous. But if you're sick, I'm going to tell you stay home. If you're a kid sick, I'm going to say I'm not coming around. If your friends are sick, I'm out. I'm 86. I'm sorry. My health is more important than helping you. And it sounds kind of weird, but I'm going to tell you how to be healed. I have a very strong feeling on if you are sick, stay home. Don't go to work. Don't be doing functions with your freaking kids. Stay home. The only two people that I'm going to be helping are my daughter and my husband. And that's it. And that's what you should be doing. You shouldn't be spreading germs if you're fucking sick. That's it. I said it. I cussed. I'm just going to check to make sure. I changed my settings on Live Leap. So I want to make sure I'm on there. Yeah, good. And, see this one. Good. Yay. All right. So if you're sick, this is what you're going to do. You're going to stay home. You're going to do some oils. You're going to do some soup. You're going to call in. You're not going to contaminate other people. You're not going to ask your friends to come help you. You're going to freaking step it up and help yourself. If you're in a plane and you've got kids and you help your kids and you die because the oxygen isn't there, okay. Your kids are motherless. Help yourself to help your kids and your people. Be responsible. So I've got a lot of things to show you. I have a little group of people that we used to go train with. Hannah Kruger. She was a hands-on healer. And I was telling Dr. Carlson about her because she was like, at the time I was with Jill Pettyjohn and Deandra and a couple of other girls. We would meet up once a year. And at the time, she was in Boulder, Colorado. She must have been 80 something. But I'm telling you, we saw amazing healing with cancer, people walking in that couldn't walk, that were in wheelchairs. I mean, we were afraid to go up because she'd beat the shit out of you, take those demons out of you, and you'd be healed. It was crazy. Anyway, so partly some of her stuff that just came to me to remember, like, okay, and then just from my connective tissue massage days, and I'm still doing massage, only selective by referral. I focus more on body wraps and Pilates, but I do have a large clientele of Rolfing clients as well. So the first thing I'm going to show you is with my massager. Oh, wait. I am drinking my Ula tea, and today I'm doing energy. I love this Ula stuff. I'll put the link on how to get this. You get 10% off if you sign. But I also put Slique in there too. So I can put that on that side. So this little head massager, I have been trying to figure out how to make it practical. I haven't been using it on my clients because I've been way too selfish and too intense about being my most excellent self. So this little massager has a button. Oops. It turns on. So you can't really see it massaging. So I'm going to show you this, and I'm going to show you 4 ways to do this little technique. So you come up here, then you go down. This is for sinuses. This is for flu. This is for junk. And this is the clavicle. Okay, that's the first one. Second one is over the eye. You come down to the jaw, and then you go around the ear and behind the ear, back on the neck, and down to the clavicle. All right. So in this massager, I had thieves, oregano, thyme. And I took most of it out, but it was still in there. And it was like, wah! So I put tea tree. I put lavender. I put carrot seed. Carrot seed is amazing for the face. So when you put this on your face and you use the massager, it's glowing. And then I put purification just in case I had anything junky. Well, I was totally tripped out that, and then it comes with a little case. So you do the other side, but I'm going to do both sides with all my little things. Then it comes with a little case and you can lock it and carry it around. Okay, so I'm putting that right there. The next thing is the kansa wand. You can do the same little technique with the kansa wand. Now, one part that they tell you want to do is the top of your eyes. And you want to use some sort of oil. So you want to go to the top of your eyes, go under, and back and around. But when I show you with the fingers, I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to put on my kansa wand, I'm going to put some Essential Beauty. I'm just going to roll it on there. I'm going to do the other side so you can see. Again, it doesn't matter what you're using. I've just been experimenting with these different things to see. So you go over the eye, you come to the jaw, come to the jaw right there, come down, go to the neck, go to the clavicle and in. And when I do it with my fingers, you're going to see how intense that is. Then you go under the eye, and you don't want to drag it without the oil because it will pull your skin right here up and then down to the jaw, the neck, back up under, behind the ear. It's the same technique, up and over, down and across. I'll try to put the directions exactly with the kansa wand. Kansa wand creates heat. It's like a microcurrent. So it's pulling up the skin as well as draining the sinuses, the flus, the congestion, the junk in your face. So that's that one. We put that. Okay. Next one is the Jade Roller. This one's for my body and this one's for the face. I actually like using the one for the body. It's freaking freezing. So it gets both at the same time, top and bottom of the eye. So you're going to do that twice. Under, right there, the jaw. You come down and you roll. And it's the rolling and the tapping and then across. Then you go on the top of the eye, behind the ear. Now, when I was doing this last night, I was junked up behind my right ear. I was like shocked. Lucky I haven't been sick because I've been taking care of myself and being well right there. If you're there, give me a shout out. That's that. I'll use the little one for the other side. Again, on top of the eye, good, going down the jaw, right there, down the clavicle, rolling it in. Okay. Then you go under and you want to get right underneath that eye, jaw, down to the jaw, and then behind the ear. Oh, and back. Now I'm going to also show you can use that massager on your head. That's what I used to like to do it. That's there. Okay, another sip of tea. All right, next one. This is from one of my specific massage tools that I use. I also keep it freezing. So in the way they say to do it, a combination, so I'm kind of combining two different techniques, is you can tap it out like this, like the tapping, the emotional tapping technique to release. You can tap it here. You can drag it. Now, if you drag it, you want to make sure you have oil there. So if you're tapping it, because remember, this is your lymph. Tapping it is just stimulating it and it's going to go down. It feels much better to drag. So if I have a problem, if I'm junky there, then I'm going to use this and just roll it, and then drag it down because it does roll with oil. Okay. Then the next one is, I'm just going to put some of this oil on my face. So I'm going to go top, bottom, jaw, behind the ear, and that's where I was junky on my right side. It's still tender behind my ear, and that was shocking, like why? Okay, so here is one of Hannah Kruger's, especially on the clavicle area, to clear out the bottom part of your body. So you're going right here. Hi, Christina. You're going here. You go to the jaw right there. You're digging in and you're feeling, and you're going here and right here, right here on the jaw, then you bring it down, and then right here on the clavicle, you're digging in. I did this to one of my clients, Kylie. She was dying. She's like, ah! And then down, and Dr. Carlson, I did this to her again. And I'd done this to her, like, she's been a client for 22 years. I said, we did this when I was living in Madison. And she says, yes, I remember. You killed me then, and you're killing me now. I love Dr. Carlson. Right there, and you go here on the clavicle. And this part here is where Hannah Kruger says you will clear any digestive problems, cancer. I mean, we're talking mega healer, this lady right there. But you see how deep I'm going? Because I do this a lot, this doesn't hurt me. But so let's get in there. Christina, get in your shoulder there, and you tell me right now if it's hurting you. Now, you want to go underneath the chin as well. So you're digging in there and coming here. So it's choking me a little bit. Right here, I found a little tender spot. All right, so now we go under the eye. I'm going to do one at a time so it's easier. So you're going here and you're tapping right there. You go down to the jaw. You go back up the ear, behind the ear, right there. And you're going to feel it. Oh, this is so tender for me, and I'm not sure why. So it could be my lower lobe on my right side dragging it. And you see I'm pulling in there. Get underneath the clavicle, and you see I'm digging in. I'm digging in right there. But this feels good. So when you first do it, and you want to go right here and just flush it out. Whoa! Let's do the other side. Underneath, dragging right here. You want to feel if there's tender, then you want to just take a little time and don't tap it rather than push it. But since I'm a rolfer, I know where those spots are, those muscles. I know. You go down, then you go back up behind the ear, like that. Pressing and then digging in. And you can see how much pressure I'm using right there into the clavicle. See, I'm digging in right there. And then down to the throat. And then you can do that. Whew. And then you go right there like that. I'm digging in. You want to put a little, I didn't put oil there, so let me do some oil. So this, Hannah Kruger says, you'll get rid of any sore throat, any sinus. All this is for sinus headaches, sore throats here, cold, flu. If you do this every day, you're not going to get sick. So, of course, I've been like a little freako, germphobe, and doing this. And she also said, especially if you're going to be flying with everybody coughing into the air. At that point, I had just barely got into the oils when I first started seeing her. She has her own little line, Hannah Kruger. And homeopathic, I don't remember if she had any oils or not, but she had her homeopathic that would heal. And I'm telling you, if you have any opportunity to get any of her books, you'll be shocked at some of the stuff that she did. She became a minister, and we were in army barracks. And in those days, Jill Pettyjohn and I, one time, because people would be hundreds of people that come to see her once a year, because she only had these classes like in the summer. One time we had to sleep in a freaking teepee, and there was some extraterrestrial, whether you believe it or not, we were there. We had a little visitor, her and I, and it wasn't a physical. It was crazy. Anyway, that's another story. So I'm going to go back to my massager, and I'm going to show you for your head. So the first part of that is getting your sinuses, your face. The second part of that is getting your head in the game. So I just washed my hair a couple of days, and I'm not so greasy in my hair. So my hair is real clean. But then after this, I'm going to have bedhead. I do this sometimes before I go to Mi Piaci. And of course, it has all those oils, and my hair's like all crazy. And they're like, did you just wake up? I've been going on Thursdays and hanging out with different girls. And we're creating a carrots. Jeannie, Hoodies by Jean, came up with this because by accident, I hashtagged her carrot and cocktails. So then I talked to Joel about it, and he says, okay, I could do a carrot and cocktails happy hour. So we're going to get carrots with our cocktail, and then I'm going to talk to Nader to make a drink with carrots. So that's in the process. In 2 weeks, that's happening for sure. Okay, so when you're doing your head, this doesn't, oops, I turned it off. This doesn't go very fast. So when you're doing your head, sometimes right here on the top of my head, which is the sugar reflex, but I'm really good about not eating sugar, it gets a little sore. But remember, honey, I've been off of honey as well for a while with this new intermittent fasting. In fact, I haven't even had figs, prunes, or dates. But it's not even sore. So you're doing that. Okay, turning that off. Anyway, so oil up your face. The last thing is you want to do your eyes like that. Now, because your eyes are real sensitive, you don't want to dig into your eyes, and you don't want to even put oils, because I've put oil on my fingers and I've like tripped it out. I have one last thing. This is a little, it's like a gosha. It's called gosha. I should have showed you I have two of these. I have one for the body. There's one for the face, and then this one's for the body. But I was actually using this on my face. This has ultrasound. Let me see if I can turn it on. There. That's the green is light, and then the red is the ultrasound. Right there. I was using this on my face last night. You know, sometimes when you drink, if I drink too much tequila, I can only drink one, or my eyes get puffy. Then I have to like put all kinds of stuff on my eyes to sleep. That'll be another live stream. So I was doing this, not that I drank yesterday, I wanted to. I was doing this last night, and I woke up and my eyes felt really amazing. So it doesn't vibrate, but it heats up. Let me see if I can get it right there. It heats up. You see it's red. Okay. So you want to go and see how I'm using the lower one right there. So you want to go up, and you don't have to press down, because it is, after it starts getting hot, you go in there. This is easier to dig in. This, I can't even tell you where I got it, because it is a bodywork tool. It is one of my connective tissue right there where it hurts. Right there was digging in. Ugh, mother of Christ. Underneath, and then right here, if you're like junked out with the sore throat, something like this, or the copper one, you can get the copper kansa gasha tool, and I'll try to put the link there. They sell those. You can get that. Then you get underneath right there. If you've got a sore throat, cold, you want to do that like that. So I'm going to do that one again. Underneath the eye, right there, up. But when you go underneath the eye is when you go back. On top of the eye, you just go straight down. Underneath the eye, then you go to your underneath your chin and come down. So let's do the top of the eye on the other side. So you see which one I'm using right there. I'm not pressing deep, but it is, I feel it. So over your eyes, you get that migraine, you need to dig in with something like this. I wouldn't use eucalyptus. I would use just like a lavender, or maybe even purification. Go down right there. You go all the way down and dig it. Go to the clavicle, and you're going to see how you can get in that clavicle better down to the front. Then underneath the eye, again, right there, up to the neck, right there, jaw, oh, that's a little tender, and then behind the ear. Now, I'm going to show you like how we really use this on the body. Down, clavicle, then you come back up to the chin and go across, and you're really getting in there and dig it out. Okay, say I had a client with a low back pain or a shoulder pain, or even, okay, carpal tunnel. All right, let's do carpal tunnel. This is a good one. So I'm a very intense rolfer. So when I do rolfing, I get in there with my elbow. I get on top. People, some really big men, they're like, who are you? Why are you so strong? And I'm like, because I'm using my body. I'm not using my hands. I'm not like one of those wimpy massage people. No, you're going to get an elbow. You're going to get my foot. You're going to get a knee. You're going to get action. So say we got carpal tunnel. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to strip this whole part right here all the way to the elbow. You're going to have to strip it like that with your hands. And at the same time, you're going to be moving your hands, right? So you're going to strip it right there, strip it. You're going to have to strip it on this side like that. Strip it here, moving your hands. I have helped so many people with carpal tunnel. Strip it. Let me do it, see if I can do it this way. So hard to do opposite. Stripping right there, moving your hands. The most important thing is moving your hands. People can't even lift their hands up. They can't even bring them back. I've helped so many people. We would strip it right there, bringing it down with this, my elbow, my knuckles, stretching it out. I had one lady when I first started in 1979, and I didn't have a lot of tools, but I had a few. She was in an accident, and this is all she could do with both of her hands, and her shoulder was like that. I was in Corpus Christi, Texas, at Feminique, this exclusive women's spa. And, I was like a little fish in a big pond because I was very esoteric, spiritual. I would do body readings, but I didn't really understand that I was doing that very clearly. So everybody came, all the freaking Ocean Drive rich women came to see me at this little exclusive club to get healing. It was my first time I ever saw so many women wearing Rolexes. I was like, what the fuck? Anyway. So I was like, okay, asked my God and Jesus to penetrate through me, healing hands, and get in there. And I'm like digging underneath her arm. I'm digging underneath her rhomboid with my fingers. Like I had freaking hands of claws like a hammer under there. It took me 3 months. She would come 3 times a day. I was literally banging on her. I had like rubber mallets and I'd bang on her. After that, she came here, then she went there, and then she could brush her hair. She came in crying one day with her brush. She was, let me show you. And she was like 40 at the time. She's like, I can brush my hair. Like, okay, I can brush my hair too. But I mean, for someone that was struggling, this was so amazing to me to see that and heal that. So you can heal anything. You can be anybody. You can do anything. You just have to believe. You just have to believe. So today I'm also drinking Slique with my ningxia right there. I just shaked it up because it's time for a drink. The other thing that I want to talk to you about very quickly, because I'm a chatty today, because I have to make that, is I just got turned on to this. Gilles, he has his own little book. I have to get the new book. And he's like, looks through stuff. He goes, I think we need to try some of that mindwise. And let me tell you, I'm glad he told us to do that. So you do a tablespoon. I have my little M cup and he has his G cup. You put a tablespoon, throw it in there, and then you drink it. It actually tastes really good. Let me look in the catalog real quick so I can tell you about it. It is on the old catalog on 72. It is really good for brain function. It is good for the heart. It is good for maintaining a healthier body and cardiovascular. Really, really good. It's wholesale $59, retail $79. It's worth it. So between two, we've already had it for a month, and we have less than half a tablespoon. So it will last a couple of months. I think I did everything. Just wanted to show you real quickly the last thing, maybe my oil container, what I have in my oils this week. I bought a little knife because I'm a weirdo. Actually, Gilles bought it for me, so I'm not going to lie. And I've been using it to take the lids off. They have a little cap, but I can't seem to find it. So keep this in here. This is one of my very first essential oil vials. This and like my metal one. I'll show you the metal one. This is my first glass. So I've been keeping it just to like remind me of where I come from. This one is my fitness blend. This is Essential Physique 6, a little spray when I need it. Some lip balm, Hinoki. When somebody at work is coughing, I immediately put this on the roof of my mouth because it does help with sinuses and flu and junk into the brain. I don't know, I'm a freak, weirdo, whatever. These, I'm literally spray people. You're coughing in front of me. I don't spray myself like somebody was saying. One of my clients, well, I spray myself because it's too invasive to spray. Well, fucker, you're coughing on me, sneezing. I'm going to spray you. Fuck you. Whatever. I'm sorry. I'm cussing so much. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyway, then I've got my wellness blend for my wellness sachet. My abundance blend right there. And then purification, because even though I have one in my car, have one in here, have one at work, who knows? It's not just only for me. I'm not always putting it on other people that are my friends, and I see them all junked out coughing in their hand, and then they want to touch me. Ugh, put some fucking purification on. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm a germphobe. I can only be who I am, and that's what it is. All right, if you have any questions, let me know. If you want to know about something, let me know. But remember, quickly, over the head, underneath the jaw, all the way down to the clavicle, underneath the eyes, up, down, behind the ears, down to the clavicle, back up underneath the chin, and down. You can heal anything with oils. You can be well with tapping. You can change your intention. There's no, if you're junking out, stop watching TV. In fact, don't even listen to music, because music is so depressing. When I've been going to spin, I've been wearing earplugs. I cannot stand that music. I know, a weirdo. So I'm saying inside my brain, I am ascension in the light. I am ascension in the light. I can do it. And I'm focusing. I'm like looking. I even put my fucking glasses on. Fuck them. If they don't want me to go there, they'll tell me to get out. Who cares? You have to be yourself. Step up. Who are you? How can I like you if you don't even show me who you are? Use your words. Use your words. That's what it is. Love you, girls. Love you guys. That's the live stream for today. Be real. Kisses to my daughter. Kisses to my husband. Kisses to all my good friends. Bye.